Good afternoon, everybody. This is the first video log I'm going to properly do from the cabin. It's regarding the energy security in Indie Scotland. I've already written this, so I'm just going to bounce off of what I've already written. I hear about people going on about energy security in independent Scotland. That's fair enough, but how do we actually make it happen? After independence, all the territory that belongs to the people of Scotland will be pockmarked with legacy licensed areas operated by the oil and gas companies to allow them to do their thing. The licenses give them permission to carry out their operations and sell oil or gas they unearth to the highest bidder. Those licenses would have to be reissued by an independent Scottish government. Otherwise, we would have the legal right to stop those operations by whatever means necessary. So imagine, if you will, a Scottish government that issues a warning to all the oil and gas companies to stop their operations until new licenses have been issued. That's a negotiation point. At that point, we get them to the table. The reason they'll come to the table is rather simple. If they wish to continue operating in Scotland's waters, they realise that it's going to be far easier if they do it via the Scottish government and the Scottish people, rather than doing it off their own bat, maybe asking the RUK to come in and send battleships to frighten people off. Won't happen. Okay. It's at that point negotiations could start with the oil companies that would allow the Scottish government to set the circumstances by which these companies can operate for a while. We know that immediately shutting down all the oil and gas operations would cause chaos, so doing it in a phased way and a balanced way would be the sensible solution to keeping a watchful eye on the climate change targets whilst doing so. We still need to do this for a while, but we also need to keep an eye on those climate change targets. Therefore, if these companies are going to operate in their waters for a while, then extracting the maximum from them to benefit the people of Scotland would seem to make perfect sense. Let's see, fuel for cars, under £1 a litre. Can be done, of course it can. Let's see gas delivered to Scottish homes and businesses at half or even a quarter of the present cost. Don't forget, we're talking about gas and oil extracted from Scottish waters. The break point should be at that their priority market in Scotland is Scotland, and after they've filled that bucket, anything else can be sold onto the international market. Now, David McGuinness this morning spoke about that on his Indie Truck Davy vlog, right? This idea that you just go and sell licenses to these oil and gas companies is perfect nonsense. At that time, you can say, right, you want to do your operation at this patch of seabed? Right, okay, here's the deal. You give them the price for the license to operate for a set amount of time, but also you tell them what the stipulations are. The stipulations is that the first bucket that needs filling is the people of Scotland. And also, if it's oil, you'll produce it at this price. For us, you can sell it to anybody else for whatever you can get, but to us, it's this price. And if it's gas, it's this price. So therefore, we have the time of the negotiation is when really we should deal with this, right? Don't forget, we've got to be an independent country in order to do this, because we do not have control over energy at the moment. That's a reserved issue at Westminster. Most importantly, if any of the buggers decide to walk away from the negotiating table, let them. Go on. Right? Bye-bye. They'll come back to the negotiating table after they've had a good think about it, because getting to the oil and gas in Scottish waters is absolutely paramount. That's their whole business. We can give licenses to whoever we want, so long as they play by our rules. In the meantime, it'd be important to ensure that all production had ceased whilst the negotiations take place. I've handed that problem over to the Scottish Defence Force. I hope that'll be in place if you imagine after independence, shortly after independence, our country needs to defend itself. We know that climate change is important, and we know that under the present set of circumstances, ordinary people and businesses are beginning to find any kind of existence impossible. The costs of fuel and the cost of energy is just skyrocketing, and that's pushing the cost of everything else skyward. A balance must be set so that the oil and gas industry can be run down in a way that benefits the people and businesses in Scotland. Now, we all remember the old slogan, don't we? It's Scotland's oil and gas. Have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done before, and also don't forget to hit the little bell, because that provides you with notification of any future videos that are going out. Have a good day.